So my path to Government 2.0, I'm a long-time internet geek. I sort of kind of fell in love when I found out that computers could talk to each other. And so I did the .com thing. I worked at Lycos, which was one of the first search engines back in the late 90s. I was the CTO at business.com. And after 9/11, I got a lot more political. And I built a nonprofit called Brave New Films with Robert Greenwald, who we made a lot of documentaries. We did a lot of YouTube videos and stuff like that up until the 2008 election. And then around the 2008 election, I sort of got pretty excited about, it looked like Obama was going to be elected. And I started to think of like all the folks like me who had been working for years to get somebody into office like this. And we were all going to like want him to do our thing right away, right? And so like, what were the priorities going to be? Like, how are we going to decide what to do first? And so that's where I got the idea for doing White House 2, where everybody could come together and create their list of priorities for the incoming Obama administration, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I just kind of got sucked in again, and that was almost a year ago. The connection between people and Congress is really broken. About 100 years ago, a representative represented 200,000 people, right? Today it's 700,000 people, right? And it's really difficult to get any response out of members of Congress. Like for instance, if I email my Senator Dianne Feinstein, I actually get a response back that says to me, "We don't read your emails," right? And that is the kind of problem that Web 2.0 tools can absolutely solve, right? I mean, we can aggregate all this information together. We can say, these are your constituents, this is what they care about. We can rank it, we can sort it, we can track it. And that's a lot of what I've been experimenting with at White House 2. And I'm interested in getting Congress more involved with their constituents in a meaningful way. The killer app, I think, that's going to really make Government 2.0 successful is when people can interact with Congress in a meaningful way. And I mean, the House of Representatives is supposed to be the people's house. It's supposed to be the people's representation, in the three branches of government, right? And we sort of really lost that. And so if we can use these Web 2.0 style tools to sort of bring that back and to bring some more accountability and to give them more responsive to what people want, I think that will get people really excited. And that's actually the hardest part, right, about all of this. It's actually easier, I think, to get members of Congress on board than it is to get people excited to actually care, right? And if the members of Congress are on board and they're willing to accept the feedback, then that will get people excited because it actually matters, right? That they can see that what they're doing actually has an impact. What excites me most about the Government 2.0 movement, particularly what's happened since Obama has gotten into office, is we're about to see whether or not we can actually fix a lot of these problems, right? I mean, there's been a long time where no one was really focused on it. I think now there's definitely a lot of interest and focus on making government more transparent, making it more responsive, getting things done in a more efficient way. And it sort of remains to be seen whether or not we can work within the existing systems, right? Or whether we're going to have to actually replace a lot of the existing systems. And, the technology community is really good at replacing inefficient industries. We've done it to the music industry, sort of one after another, right? Where they're kind of toppling down from technologists, right? And, what if we do that to government, right? I mean, that could be really impactful. So that's exciting.